So now we'll study some of the bond parameters. In the previous videos in the previous classes, we have studied about some of the properties of bond or types of bond like ionic bond or covalent bond. Also we have studied about different types of bond energy, ionization energy, electron, gain enthalpy or lattice energy, etc. So now we'll study about some of the important bond parameters, or these are actually the measuring parameters which defines a chemical bond. So the first one is bond length. So as I was saying, the first one being the bond length. So as the name suggests, in bond length we are defining the length of the chemical bond. So this is defined as the distance between the nucleus of two atoms in a chemical bond. Means if the two atoms are bonded together or held together in a chemical bond, then the distance between the nucleus of these two atoms will be defined as the bond length. Remember, the important term here is the bond and nucleus. So it is compulsory for an atom to present in a chemical bond to calculate bond length, because it is obvious if the atom is not in a chemical bond, we cannot calculate the bond length. Okay. So for example, in the simple molecule H2, here two hydrogen atoms, are chemically bonded together to form the molecule H2 or hydrogen gas. So the distance between the nucleus is called the bond length. The unit of bond length is meter or nanometer. Meter is the SI unit and nanometer is the common unit. So nanometer is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So if the two atoms are chemically bonded together, then the distance between the nucleus of such two atoms are called bond length. So there is one more definition called van der Waals length. So what is a van der Waals length? This is a general distance between the two atoms. Means suppose if the two atoms are not in a chemical bond, then the distance between the nucleus of such two atoms are called van der Waals length. In bond length, if the two atoms are in a chemical bond, then it is called a bond length. If the two atoms are not in a chemical bond, then it is called van der Waals length. The distance between the nucleus of these two atoms. So, for example, in case of these two atoms, atom A, atom B, they are not in a chemical bond. So the distance will be van der Waals length. Okay, if these two atoms in a were in a chemical bond, then the distance will be bond length. So now let's talk about the second parameter, that is bond angle. The unit is degree. Here the unit is not radian, but the unit is degrees. So how do you define a bond angle? So it is defined as the angle between the orbitals containing bonding electron pairs around the central atom in a molecule. So it is basically the angle between the orbitals that has the bonding electron. For example, so what do you mean by a bonding orbital? So here there are some important terms. One is bonding orbital. So what is a bonding orbital? So bonding orbital is an orbital that is participating in a chemical bond. We know that every orbital present in an atom does not participate in the chemical bond. There are few orbitals that can only participate in the chemical bond. So the angle between these bonding orbitals are called bond angle. So in a bonding orbital there will be a bonding electron, because orbital is made of electron or electron pair. So the angle between a bonding orbital is called bond angle. Let's see from the example. This is H2O molecule. Okay. This is oxygen. This is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. There are 6 electrons in the outer shell of oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And 1 electron in hydrogen. So this will participate in a chemical bond. This will also participate in a chemical bond. So this orbital or the electron present in this orbital is taking part in the chemical bond. So this is called a bonding orbital. Here also the electron taking part in the chemical bond is called bonding orbital. So the angle between these two orbitals are called bond angle. We cannot calculate the angle between this orbital and this orbital. Okay, the actual chemical bond is also an orbital. We are representing just by a line, but actually it is an orbital. So there is no bond angle between this pair of electron and this pair of electron, but there is a bond angle between this pair of electron and this pair of electron, because they are contributing in a chemical bond and they are a bonding orbital. So therefore bond angle is defined as the actual geometrical angle between two bonding orbitals. So the angle turned out to be 10.5 degrees. Okay, there can be some repulsions between these two orbitals. If suppose there are more lone pair electron, it is called a lone pair electron because it is not participating. It is called a bonding pair. This is called a lone pair. So lone pairs are not participating. What happens is that there can be some repulsions. Okay, because this is also an electron, this is also an electron pair. So there may be some repulsions. So that's why the angle turned out to be 10.5 degree. So the method in which the bond angle or bond length are calculated is called spectroscopy. So spectroscopy is measurement of electromagnetic waves that are passed through an atom or molecule. I have explained about this when we are studying about Bohr's model of atom. So these are some of the important parameters: bond angle and bond length. There are more important parameters like bond order, bond enthalpy, resonating structure. We'll study about them in later classes. But these two are more important: bond angle and bond length. If the bond length is more, then the chemical bond will be weak. If the bond length is very small, then the chemical bond will be stronger because the nucleus are in close contact. Same is the case of bond angle. By knowing the bond angle, we can write the shape of the molecule. So we know that there is an angle of 104 degree, 104 degree between these two single bonds. So we can write them like this: 1h in this side, 1h in this side. If we don't know the angle, if suppose the angle between them is 70 degree, suppose the angle is 70 degree. So we'll write the h here, not here. Okay, we are writing the h here because there is a 104 degree of bond angle. So like this, the bond angle and bond length are helpful in deciding the size and shape of the molecule.